share a little bit about yourself so the audience knows a little bit about your journey, trajectory, etc. So it'll help if you can share.
Absolutely. I've been a professional now for about 16 odd years, mostly in the operations and supply chain space. Somehow I found a lot of kick in the physical world and solving problems that I could immediately see a manifestation of, right? And that's what got me hooked onto operations and supply chain. Incidentally, in the last decade and a half that I've worked, about a decade or more I've spent in the furniture supply chain space. I think it's one of the more complex pieces because the products are not the same size.
Yeah.
They're big, they're bulky, and then there aren't too many players in India or globally who've solved the problem of not just middle mile logistics and warehousing, but even last mile logistics, right?
Yeah.
And hence it has been an area of interest and immense satisfaction to continuously keep improving what we can do for our end customers, right? So I started my furniture journey in 2010 with a very small furniture manufacturing company. That was straight after IBM, right? It led to a lot of conversations at home, of course. My mom was like, you're going from an IBM to a furniture company. Is everything fine? Sab theek chal raha hai, nahi chal raha hai? What's up? I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I thought so. And I jumped into that space. So it was a good experience, right? I spent about a year there. It was good experience learning manufacturing operations, learning logistics of furniture. And my role needed me to also understand a lot of business, which I think most MBA grads want to learn very, very quickly. I got that opportunity when I was 28, so that was brilliant. I spent a year and then serendipitous meetings with the co-founders of Urban Ladder who were still ideating with the idea of starting Urban Ladder. One thing led to the other and I joined them as one of the first team members, right? I joined them before we had even launched our website. So I joined them around April of 2012. We launched urbanladder.com in July of 2012. And then I spent the next 7 years crafting, building one of the most beautiful experiences that a customer could have of buying furniture online. And I take a lot of pride in being a part of that journey. I owe a lot of what I am today to those 7 years. So that was great. From there on, I hopped on, did a few more stints here and there. Then I spent a lot of time at Dunzo. I spent close to a year and a half at Dunzo. So when today people ask me about supply chain logistics, I say I have managed fulfillment from 15 minutes to 15 weeks. And each of them come with their own set of very different kind of challenges.
And with varying sizes,
and
like
with
from
varying sizes, exactly.
Dunzo, like
From a cigarette, from a packet of cigarette to a king size bed, and again traveling 5 kilometers to 5,000 kilometers, right? So each of them come with its own set of complexities, and that's been the best part about my job over the last decade, of being able to learn continuously about the intricacies, about what the customer expects and what you need to focus on, because for each of these supply chains, right, what is it that you're offering the customer is slightly different, right? And hence to be able to narrow on that specific piece and then keep solving for that specific piece is super important. For example, in the case of Dunzo or even in the case of Licious, being able to deliver quickly and that convenience that you offer, and of course assuming that you're taking the right product, is super important. But when you're talking furniture, it doesn't stop with you, actually does not even start with you delivering quickly. It really starts with you ensuring that the customer knows that they are going to get the product and the product that they bought online. After that, they are going to get the service of installation in a time frame that is suitable to them. After that, if something goes wrong, there is a recourse available to them to come back and ask for help. So the service elements across different categories, across different business models are extremely different. And to be able to appreciate and build on that has been the joy of my life.